how you doing? Today's video will be an eyeshadow look for the night. Something that I'm not accustomed to do. So let's have another video of the I'm stepping out of my comfort zone or step out of my comfort zone. So let's jump right into the video and start with the eye look. I'll be using these three eyeshadow palettes. This one is not available anymore, but these two are, so I don't want you to see, hey, I need this eyeshadow palette. What I want to show you is if you have a color similar of the ones that I will be using in your collection and not these eyeshadow palettes, that's what I'm going for. First eyeshadow palette, it looks a little bit odd, but it's more pinkish and plum. I will be using these shades here, but I will be using this shade right here for my crease. And this one in particular, it looks weird on the camera, but it's because of the light. Let me see if I can do a little bit of flash so you can see the colors. Right, but I couldn't get it. This one is a little bit darker and more red toned. That's why I didn't do any kind of video with this eyeshadow palette, because it looks weird with the this camera. I don't know why. So I have already primed. See that the color is not the same that you can see because the camera looks weird. And now you can see a little bit, it's more pinkish and it's not very light like you saw. Or maybe it's the image I have. Maybe, I don't know, I will be, maybe I'm like, this is not the shade, this is not the color, the camera is picking it wrong, but maybe when I will see it on my computer, maybe it's quite different. So well, let's keep that in mind. And if it's not, well, it's the camera's fault, it's not mine. So if you have no idea the shades, go to the L'Oreal website, go and search for the La Palette Nude Intense and you will see the shades that I'm using. Because even if I try to take a picture of this palette, the colors will be off. So, and you will have a very more accurate what it is going on. I'm using the third shade that is a little, it looks like light brown, at least that's what I see on the camera, but it's actually somewhat a pinkish, it's more like a mauve. So yeah, I will be using these two shades here. This one, I will just place it a little bit lower than this one, but in the crease. And this one, it will be in the outer V or in the outer third, along with the other darker purple. This is very dark plum purple and it looks weird. At least I see it weird. I don't see it like I see it in real life. And that makes me nuts. I will place the brush here and with very tiny little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it's picking up a little bit better the shade. We'll pick up a little bit more. And again, I will just place that lower. I don't know if you can see how it's going, Now I will pick up the brush that I just used and blend a little bit more of the first shade that I used. And I will be just placing it tiny bit right here. It's not exactly the same shade, but it's kind of. So what I'm going to do now is I will pick up another shade that is the lightest shade in that palette, that is pinkish lavender something, and I will place it right here with this same brush. So now I will be just placing that shade just there, just to smooth that out. Oops, I'm sorry. And now, as a final step of this kind of technique that I will go back with that shade, not the shade I used, I will show you now. See that the brush is almost clean. I'm doing the other eye off camera, so if you do this, pause the video, do the other eye. So what I did so far was this in the crease, this as a transition shade, this in the crease, this just to blend these two shades and more go to the brow bone. It looks lighter, but it's kind of a pink color. So what I'm going to do is we'll pick this shade with this brush again and deepen that crease, and I will mix that with this one a little bit. So now that I have that dark shade, just to darken it a little bit. Darken it a little bit. I just picked the last shade. And what I'm going to do now, I will just add a little bit more. What I do is I just build the shade, the color. I won't go directly with a full dark shade and try to blend out. Just a tiny bit and blend. You will get a better payoff. Now I will pick up another eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette, I will be using this shade alone. So you can see it's purple with a black undertone to it. It's very pretty. I just barely touch it so you can see that it's purple, but it's dark. Just barely touch it. If I want just a little bit more payoff, just my finger there. I won't use any other shade more than this one. So if you have this color in another eyeshadow palette, use it. What I'm going to do is to just pack that shade on the lid and build the color. I won't use black, I won't use just this one as very dark shade. This is the dark shade that I'm going to use. So I will pick more and back. So far I didn't have any fallout because I'm trying to be very careful. I just put it in the right. Let me just pick a little bit more. just slightly. And just add a little bit there for loud. And now I will just pick, you can see, I just pick another shade that is a gold shade, and I will put it with my fingers so to have better, more payoff. So yes, from this eyeshadow palette, from this one, I will pick this gold with my finger. Well, this is the last eyeshadow palette that I just, so with my finger, and I will place it, I will just use my small one and place it in the half of the lid. So I will be using 2 fingers so I cannot go back. As you can see, I just did the other eye. And blend here when the 2 shades meet, or with my finger. Okay, or my finger. Their fingers are very, you can use them. Okay, I will pick more something, because I don't have the right angle. I will try to achieve this. It's just one more swipe with this finger, and that's it. I will do it off camera, but as you can see, it's nice so far. Well, this is the final look. I just put some extra things. So I just put just one more finger with this one, and the angle is kind of weird with the camera, so not even without the camera it's weird. So this is the final look, and this is great for a night out. You can just drag a little bit on the lower lash line, but I think it's okay like this. I don't like putting things down here because it looks like I already have dark circles, so it's kind of weird. Just put a little bit of highlight. I just my brows, everything. I think I paused the video and I took like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes doing the whole face with contour, blush, highlight, everything, because it's a night out. You know, this is great. This is not a get ready with me, so this will be off after pictures that I will be doing for Instagram. So yeah, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will just show you the final look up close, the eyes. So the final, the eyes right there. So, well, I hope to see you in my next video. If you like it, thumbs up, share it, subscribe, ring bell, the notification bell, I mean. And so you don't miss any other content. I think I'm already past the 90 videos. I just posted 90 videos. 90. And so, yeah. I look, night out, thumbs up, thank you for watching.